Steelers have lost their second game in a row consecutively on the road in ugly fashion.
It looks to be like 3 losses coming as well on Wednesday. I'm not going to lie, man, that the family is really, really hurt. I think as an organization, you just have to go. I just hope your quarterback doesn't want big money. If he does, I let him walk, because he's not talented enough to carry. We're seeing this right here. That's fine. But you need another weapon. You need to build more depth on the O-line, I guess. You just need more power. You're not good enough.
As everybody, with this win today for the Ravens and the loss for the Steelers, they are in an even heat for the lead in the AFC North. Both teams 10-5. The Ravens have clinched a playoff spot, and the division is up for grabs. This game, a lot of it, I'd say, came down to just mistakes. And even with this win today for Baltimore, Pittsburgh has the head-to-head. They still have the tiebreaker over the Ravens, even with this loss today.
But what does that matter? What do we think this team is going to do? Let's be honest.
It's looking like it is a lot of matchup dependent. I will say this. Did you expect them to stop Lamar Jackson again?
No. Joey, they're going home the first round. Justin Herbert, they're out-quarterback, they're out-talented in every matchup, which is called, there's a clear talent disparity on the roster. You can see it via the trenches, via the skill positions. There's a clear talent disparity. There's nothing wrong with that, let's just be honest. Okay, you're good enough to beat the Giants, the Jets, the below-average teams, your Denvers. You're okay to beat Washington on the last, but you're not great. You're not a great team. You're going to get whopped. A lot of this comes down to coaching, too. Like the turnovers and all that. I understand because people are going to ring it like that, but let's be honest. In football, that feels like it's coached up training camp preseason. You don't have a change in just who you are and the mistakes, you know what I mean? Mid-season, December. By December, you know what you are. Let's be honest. They've played Philly. They've played Baltimore, yeah. Baltimore, that's kind of a little more... And they played Baltimore hurt. Let's be honest, too. There was a lot of injuries out there for Baltimore. Did it not still look like by a million miles they were the better team?
Yes.
And I would say this, even the 18-16 victory, I can't sit there and say Pittsburgh was the better team on that field. That was a wacky, weird... stuff that you can't rely on. Pittsburgh wins on a lot of stuff you can't rely on. Let's be honest. A Peyton Wilson goofy interception, a strip, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot of, this is what we are, this is how we're going to get it done. They messed up not addressing the receiver room. I'm sorry, it's 2024. I know people can harp, this is the highest paid. You're right. Highest paid defense in the league, I agree. But it's 2024. It's a battle of attrition. Those guys are not going to win you games. They're just not. They did everything they could. Minka got the interception, didn't he? He gave you a chance to go down there and tie it.
Mm-hmm. Just not good enough. The mistakes were absolutely killer today. Anytime Pittsburgh plays one of these upper echelon teams, they have to play perfect to win. And when you don't play perfect, it is very jarring.
They don't have the coaching to be perfect.
They don't.
They don't. But when teams are undermanned go into these stadiums and play perfect ball, they're very well coached, are they not?
Yes, and Victor, it'll be very interesting to hear what comes out of the post-game press conferences today. Also, another thing, I don't I try to analyze it. I cannot, for the life of me, I cannot grasp a particular process of when the Steelers go for it and when they punt. I can't figure out the strategy behind any of it. I literally think anything management-based, Tomlin completely wings.
I don't hate when they went for it right there, but
I didn't
like
either, but if you're going to go for it
call.
there, you punt it on the next drive down by 14.
You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't give, and I was saying this to me and Joe, you guys do not give the Ravens the ball back. Like, what are you doing?
Especially down 14, 9 minutes left, and it bit you last week because the Eagles kept the ball for the last 10.5 of the football game, and the Ravens chewed up 6 minutes plus on a field goal drive. That was pretty much game over. Game was over when you lived in your fears and punted the ball. Game over.